Serving southern New Mexico, this is the award-winning KRWG-TV News22, where news matters.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Abigail Salas.
And I'm Jaden Awan. The state of New Mexico is flush with cash, and the city of Las Cruces is figuring out how to spend its share. According to the Las Cruces Sun News, the state treasury is filled up with revenue from legal cannabis sales and revenue from oil and gas. Among the things Las Cruces will be lobbying for are millions of improvements to the Las Cruces International Airport and roadways, and money for anti-poverty programs through the group Lift Up Las Cruces. The legislature will meet in January to start the appropriations process.
Even though the high of cannabis becoming legal in New Mexico has dissipated, sales are still going strong in the state. Hobbs and Sunland Park recorded $1.3 million each in sales last month, with industry leaders saying many customers are crossing over from Texas. Las Cruces landed in the top 3 of September sales, reaching $3 million, Santa Fe in second with $3.3 million, and Albuquerque being number 1 with $14 million in sales. Sales across the state dropped from $40 million in August to $39 million in September. And Noah is next with the first look at weather.
Thanks, Abigail. We had a beautiful fall day again today, a little bit different from what we saw just in the last couple of days, but still a nice day nonetheless. Good evening, everybody. I'm Noah Padaka. Taking a look at your current conditions just right outside your front doorstep, we did see temperatures at around 76 degrees currently. Those skies are at mostly sunny. Your winds are blowing just out of the desert southwest at around 5 miles an hour, 10 miles an hour at gusts, but once again, nothing too crazy. Our humidity and dew point sit at 31% and 44 degrees. We still have a little bit of that desert moisture here in the area, and our barometer at 30.08. Taking a look at the conditions of which we saw today, we saw 77 degrees was our high today, still a few ticks below our average high of 80. Once again, still beautiful temperatures nonetheless. We saw low this morning of 52. Now bringing it back in time to 1996, we saw a record high of 92 degrees and a record low of 34 back in 1973. In terms of precipitation, we did see nothing in our rain gauges today. However, the last 7 days, we did see significant measurable rainfall, leaving our yearly total at 12.9 inches. Now don't go anywhere because we will have a look at your national maps just in the middle of the show, but for now, let's send it back to the desk for more news.
Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham says it's time to right some wrongs committed against the Native people of New Mexico. Yesterday, on Indigenous Peoples Days, she voided 19th century proclamations that targeted Native Americans. The proclamations originally barred Native Americans from official census counts and encouraged hostile attacks from New Mexico residents deeming certain tribes as outlaws. The governor said voiding them will help heal old wounds and strengthen bonds with Native communities. And the governor is coming to Las Cruces this weekend. On Saturday, her campaign will team up with Planned Parenthood to rally for reproductive rights. It starts at 10:30 at Albert Johnson's Park, East Picacho Avenue. It seems that New Mexico is having some success in hiring teachers. A new report from NMSU found that the state only has 690 teacher vacancies compared to the 1,084 vacancies in 2021. According to Rachel Boren, the director of the center that did the study, the drop is similar to the number of vacancies from before the COVID-19 pandemic. However, many positions still need to be filled across the state.
A dog is a man's best friend, and it's hard when you can't get your best friends the medical care they need. News22's Kira Moots has more details on the veterinary shortage in Las Cruces and what's being done about it.
Las Cruces resident Dawn Duncan loves her dog Fergus.
Yeah.
The two have been together for 8 years.
Cookies!
Dawn, like many pet owners, knows the feeling. When your furry friend starts acting sick in the middle of the night and you need to rush them to the hospital.
And Barney walks with
But
me.
for pet owners in Las Cruces, a quick trip to emergency services, 24 hours a day and 7 days a week, is not always available.
We're experiencing a shortage of veterinarians, and almost nobody offers emergency services.
After Dawn Duncan's dog almost died, she decided something needed to be done.
When my dog Fergus almost died bleeding out after surgery the next day, it was a Saturday, and I had to rush him to El Paso, I became aware that we do not have 24/7 emergency care. And I thought, okay, that is not okay. We need to change that.
Dawn, along with members of the community, started the Animal Companionship of Las Cruces, and their mission? to get their pets the care they deserve. They do this through donations, recruiting new vets, and fundraisers. The most recent one featuring a silent auction
If you want a bid, start bidding now.
and movie showing.
The Animal Companionship of Las Cruces is working relentlessly to bring these 24/7 emergency services to the city of Cruces, and now they're asking for the community's help.
Come to our website, animalcompanionsoflascruces.org. Join us. Donate. Let us know if you want to be a volunteer.
Oh, are you a big jumper?
News 22, Kira moves.
Go outside.
Finding a job after college can be hard. That's why students crowded NMSU's Corbett Center this week for NMSU's 2022 Career Expo. The expo featured a number of different businesses looking for possible future employees for both career paths and internships. Students dressed to impress, taking advantage of the opportunity. Day 2 of the Career Expo included a focus on STEM-related fields, while Day 1 focused on all career paths. The expo is held annually, so students who missed out can plan to check it out next year. And stay tuned, Noah will be back with her national forecast.
Welcome back. You're watching News 22 Tuesday.
Where news matters.
And Noah is next with the national weather forecast.
Thanks, Abigail. We had a really rainy last couple of days here in the land of enchantment and here in the city of Las Cruces. We can see in the first graphic right here on your screen, we can see that just on Loman, just right by Citizens Bank, we had some localized flooding due to the showers and thunderstorms that moved through the region on Friday. And of course, those rain totals continue to amount through the entire weekend and the end of your work week. We did see about 0.85 inches of rainfall over the last couple of days through your weekend, which brings our yearly rain total to nearly 13 inches, which is a lot higher than what we typically see in a given year of 9.75 inches. Now, taking a look at our next map here, we can see of what is going on pretty much around the United States. We can see most of the activity is centered around the Ohio River Valley and somewhat of the northeast part of the United States around the Detroit, Chicago area. Those showers are moving across the Great Lakes region. And we can also see some of those conditions will move across the southeast side of the state of Nebraska. Once again, these conditions are not expected to be anything severe, but keep in mind that these rain showers will affect your commute in the morning and evening. Taking a look at our next map here, we can see our current conditions, or our conditions, what they will be tonight across the United States. We can see very fall-like temperatures will be present in the forecast tonight. We can see Rapid City 35 degrees, rather cold up there. Kansas City 46, Oklahoma City 57. As we move out to the eastern part of the United States, 57 in Boston, same in New York City at 57, and down south 75 in Miami, and 61 back here in the borderland city of El Paso. Taking a look at our next map of what we can expect for tomorrow, we can expect those conditions to heat up rather nicely to a little bit of what we are expecting this fall. We can see desert heat still in the Phoenix, Las Vegas region, 95, 93. Moving it back down here to the land of enchantment, 75 is expected in Albuquerque tomorrow, 83 in El Paso, on par with our average. And moving back east, we can see Buffalo 70 degrees, Washington at 73, and Norfolk at 75. Now, that is all that I have for your national weather forecast. Don't go anywhere, because right after the break, I will have a look at those New Mexico temperatures. Welcome back to News 22 Tuesday. Taking a look at the current conditions across the land of enchantment, we can see very nice conditions today, or currently we can see 68 in Gallup, 64 in Santa Fe, 81 in Roswell, 76 here in Cruces, and 77 in Deming. Taking a look at our conditions of what we're expecting for tomorrow, we expect to heat those temperatures up just a tad as the moisture moves out of the area today. We can see 69 Santa Fe, 75 in Clovis, 82 in Roswell, so a little bit warm out there, 82 in Las Cruces, and 80 in Deming. Taking a look at our neighboring city of Alamogordo, we can expect those conditions to cool down to around 52 degrees tonight with those clear skies. 80 degrees will be their high tomorrow with sunny conditions. Taking it just over to Truth or Consequences, once again, clear skies is the forecast for tonight, 51 with a low, and tomorrow we'll heat it up to 82 degrees with sunny skies. Bringing it over to Silver City, once again, clear skies tonight as that moisture moves out of the area. 48 will be your low, heating it up to 75 degrees tomorrow with those sunny skies. And bringing it back here to the city of the Cruces, we can see, once again, as the moisture moves out of the area, clear skies Tonight, 52 will be your low. Tomorrow, right on average at 82 degrees with those sunny skies. That is all for your New Mexico temperatures. Back to the desk for more news.
And Josh Montoya is next with sports.
Thanks, Abigail. Coming up in sports, Aggie women's soccer went in their final home game of the season. You can toss that remote because News 22 Sports is next.
This is KRWG-TV News 22 Sports.
Welcome back. I'm Josh Montoya, and let's talk sports. The NMSU women's soccer team keeps the top spot alive in conference play. After this weekend's game, the Aggies are at a record of 7-4-3 overall and 4-2-2 in the Western Athletic Conference. The Aggies played their final home game of the season this past Friday and sent their seniors out with the win. Final score was 2-0 and another clean sheet for goalie McKenna Gottschalk, making it her 7th on the year. The Aggies hit the road on Sunday versus Utah Tech but lost 3-1. Their next game will be this Saturday at Sam Houston. Tossing the ball into the tennis court, men and women's tennis continues on Thursday. Both squads are preparing for more tournament action after having success in the Bedford Cup with Henrik Lindholm and Jordy Visser winning their matches and a doubles victory for Visser and teammate Ite Fagan. The Lady Aggies Natsuki Nishimura and her fellow Aggies Miranda Bishard and freshman Anna Pineva earning match victories. In doubles play, Lisa Zhu and Georgia Townsend gained a victory and their match winning 8-7. That's all for sports tonight. Join us for more sports action tomorrow.
And that's all for News 22 Tuesday. Good night.
This news brief in Espanol is brought to you by Noticias 22, Spanish language news for Southern New Mexico and West Texas. Noticias 22.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Les saluda Matthew Ríos. La Policía Estatal de Nuevo México sigue investigando el asesinato de una mujer en Taos. Según autoridades, el 5 de octubre, alrededor de las 5 de la mañana, un residente llamó a la policía después de que su vecino llegó a su puerta con heridas de bala en la calle La Luz. Al llegar a la escena, oficiales encontraron a la mujer de 52 años, Shirley Reyes, muerta en la casa. La víctima dijo que fueron baleados por un grupo de adolescentes. Javier Romero, de 16 años, Elijah Hamilton y Ricky Fresquez, de 14 años, fueron identificados como los responsables en este acto. Ese mismo día, Hamilton fue entregado a la policía por sus padres y Romero fue encontrado por oficiales en Taos. 2 días después, Fresquez fue entregado a la policía por uno de sus familiares. Los 3 acusados se encuentran en el Centro de Detención Juvenil y acusados de asesinato en primer grado, conspiración, robo, agresión y asalto agravado con un arma mortal. Y en Nuevo México, las ventas de marihuana siguen siendo fuertes por el estado después de su legalización en abril. Líderes en la industria dicen que muchos clientes están cruzando desde Texas para comprar esta droga en nuestro estado. Hobbs y Sunland Park registraron $1.3 millones en ventas en septiembre. Las Cruces y Santa Fe alcanzaron $3 millones, mientras Albuquerque en primer lugar con $14 millones. Las ventas combinadas de servicios médicos y recreativos disminuyeron en todo el estado a $39 millones en septiembre. Hasta aquí las noticias. Gracias por su sintonía. Buenas noches.